The Denver Broncos just got a promising update about their third-round draft pick, wide receiver Pat Bryant out of Illinois. According to Bryant's former college position coach, who also previously coached Broncos standout Courtland Sutton, there are noticeable similarities between the two. And if Pat Bryant turns out to be even 90% of what Sutton is, landing him in the third round could turn out to be a major steal for Denver, a pick you'd make every time. Interestingly, Bryant and Sutton share the same former wide receivers coach, now bouncing around the college circuit. After the draft, let's be real. Everyone's looking for confirmation that their team made the right choices. So when a coach comes out praising one of his guys, it's not surprising. But what stands out here is the detailed comparison to a Pro Bowl receiver like Sutton. That kind of specific praise feels a little more genuine than your typical draft day hype. Now let's talk about Pat Bryant's mindset. He said it best himself. My main focus when the ball's in the air is it's mine, and I'm better than the man that's in front of me. It might not be run through a brick wall energy, but it's the kind of confident mentality that shows he's ready to compete. With his size and strength, Bryant aims to outmuscle defensive backs and make those tough grabs, something Broncos receivers have done well historically. Think about it. Names like Courtland Sutton, Demaryius Thomas, and Rod Smith built their careers in Denver by using physicality and dominance on the field. If Pat Bryant follows in their footsteps, he could quickly become a fan favorite. And the coach summed it up simply, he's just like Courtland. If you're hearing that a rookie receiver is drawing comparisons to Courtland Sutton, that's definitely a reason to get excited. Sutton made a strong impact early in his NFL career, and although an ACL injury in 2020 set him back, he's bounced back impressively. It wasn't really until 2023 that we saw flashes of the old Sutton, and honestly, it may have been the best season of his career. Despite dealing with a rookie quarterback and the pressure of nearing the end of his contract, Sutton proved he's still a top target in Denver's offense. So if Pat Bryant has even a chance of offering similar upside, this pick could turn out to be a gem. Now, like with most draft picks, it's normal to have some initial doubts. Maybe it felt like a slight reach at the time, but the more you dig in, the more you compare, analyze, and understand, the more things start to click. When you line up Bryant's 2024 season at Illinois next to Sutton's final year at SMU in 2017, the numbers are actually closer than you'd expect. Sutton had just over 1,000 receiving yards and 2 more touchdowns than Bryant in his final college season. That difference, while noticeable, doesn't look too dramatic when you consider Sutton was taken 40th overall and Bryant went around 75th, a gap of roughly 35 spots in the draft, but maybe not that far apart in potential. If Bryant can step in and deliver something like 750 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns each year for several seasons, that's solid third-round value, the kind of consistent production any team would take in a heartbeat. And there's even more to like. Bryant has shown rapid improvement over the last 3 years. That upward trajectory is exactly what you want to see from a young receiver entering the league. One of the biggest things that stands out about Pat Bryant is how much he improved during his time at Illinois. Coaches and scouts love to see that. A player who puts in the work every offseason to sharpen his skills. Bryant has excellent body control and a great feel for his surroundings. It's that instinct, knowing where he is, where the defender is, where the sideline is, and tracking the ball that separates good receivers from great ones. It might look easy on TV, but it takes serious awareness and repetition to make those plays. He also shines in contested catch situations. His ability to win 50-50 balls will quickly earn him trust from his quarterback, whether it's Bo Nix or anyone else under center. When you throw it his way, you're not risking an interception. He fights for the ball and usually comes down with it. Now, let's be honest, no prospect is perfect. Bryant does come with a few concerns. First, he's not the fastest receiver on the field. He ran a 4.61 second 40-yard dash, so you're probably not going to see him stretch the field as a deep threat. His long speed just isn't a strength. Second, there have been some issues with focus and drop passes. But here's the thing, that's coachable. Speed is hard to teach, but concentration, technique, and consistency, that's exactly what NFL coaching staffs are there to develop. Too often people expect players to enter the league as finished products, but that's not how it works. Coaches exist to help players take that next step. And finally, Bryant hasn't shown much as a run blocker yet. This is one area where we'll have to wait and see. In college, wide receivers often aren't asked to do much in the run game, so this will be a trial by fire moment for him at the next level. Still, with his size and toughness, there's hope that he can grow into that role. Maybe even filling a spot Denver once hoped a big-bodied receiver like Lil Jordan Humphrey could own. Let's wrap things up with a quick update on Courtland Sutton, who's currently in search of a contract extension. As we get closer to OTAs, starting with the voluntary ones and moving into mandatory minicamp, all eyes are on whether Sutton will show up. Last year, he skipped the voluntary sessions but did attend the mandatory workouts. With just 1 year left on his deal and his 30th birthday approaching, Sutton's future in Denver is definitely worth watching. Now, the selection of Pat Bryant might not just be about adding another wideout. It could be part of a bigger picture. Bryant shares a similar playing style with Sutton, that big-bodied boundary receiver role. So if the team chooses to move on from Sutton next season, Bryant could step in as a natural replacement without needing to reshape the offense. That said, Sutton still has good football left in him. While teams can be hesitant to give out extensions to players nearing 30, there's value in maintaining chemistry, especially with a young quarterback like Bo Nix coming in. A short-term deal could make sense here. Not a massive extension, but maybe a 1-year contract added on. Say something around $20 million for 2026. That would keep Sutton locked in for 2 more seasons without committing long-term and still place him outside the top 20 in wide receiver salaries. Of course, it all depends on how things play out over the next few months. Sutton is currently earning around $15 million a year, so giving him a slight bump for proven leadership and production might be worth it, especially if Denver sees him as a key part of the transition to their next QB era. Now here's a question to think about. Will Courtland Sutton go over or under 1,000 receiving yards this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Type O for over or U for under.